Well, hello. Hey there. Um, Unplanned. Did not come out of the house today with any idea about talking to you guys. So this is a freebie, I guess. Well, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Um, I think I'm going to take my channel off of public because I have no way of knowing if any public people that don't know me are watching this because nobody's left any comments. I've only seen a couple of thumbs up, and there's 12 people that are following me, and I think I know who you all are. I don't think there's any strangers that have followed me, but I'm also kind of nervous of if I really do start getting deeper into um, vulnerable conversations. I mean, like what I'm going to talk about today. A stranger might grasp, maybe if there's sincerity in my voice or something about what I'm talking about, but they won't know the people I'm talking about or know enough about me to understand the big picture. I don't know. It's. Oh, and the other thing too, I don't make these kind of videos that I make where I'm sitting here talking to you. And when you look at the other people that do these kind of videos, these other people all have very specific goal in mind with a topic that they're going to talk about, where they're trying to teach you, even if they're talking about from their own experience and stuff. They're like, it looks professional. And I'm beyond caring about making my videos professional. That I'm making them at all, and I'm finding the gumption to sit here and talk at all about my life is a big enough achievement for me. So yeah, I'm not going to get into all that fancy editing and all this like, subscribe, share. I hate that, man. I hate that. Not trying to sell a product. Okay, today's I still don't really know what I call her anymore. She was probably my best, well, aside from my mom, my biggest supporter in this life. And somebody that never never gave up believing in me and caring about me, and was always available to talk, um, to send text messages and art and pictures and stuff back and forth in the middle of the night. Always available to go, sit in a coffee shop or go for a drive somewhere. Um, so she's like, okay, she's totally in the top tier of my best friends I've ever had. Longest, almost longest lasting best friend. There's a couple of people that vie for that position. Um, and she's somebody that I believed was an answer from God for the prayers that I made about trying to save my life from destruction. Um, she's the young girl. She's the lassie from the lassie. She's the Colleen from Ireland that I went searching to find. I still have never really done anything to write out or tell that story in major detail. I think I have written some chapters of it in efforts for my NaNoWriMo and stuff tried to go into. But then I get to a point, there's just so many different facets of that whole experience of praying to God, for God to send you somebody to save your life. And then it happens, it comes true, and you find that person, and it all just falls into place. Things just click, and you're like, yeah, you did it, God. You did what I asked you to do. And yeah, I've gone into like just self discovery, kind of self-analysis kind of writings about it all. But anyway, today's her birthday, today's her birthday. Um, she would have been 64 today, turned 64 today. I got to spend her 60th birthday with her. It was a rainy day, and I met her after she had gotten off work, and we didn't get anything to eat, but I took her to a very special hidden place up on the foothills of Mount Diablo that anymore it's like almost impossible to get to because they've prevented you from being able to park on the access road up there unless you were to walk in from Diablo, which is not easy to do. Anyway, sidetracked. God. Anyway, yeah. So I had a really nice time with her on her birthday when she turned 60. Hard to believe she's been gone 2 years now. Gosh, is it only 2? Maybe it's 3. So I had a half intention last night to do a meditative trance to try and communicate with her, and I didn't do it. So I'm going to try again tonight. I mean, even just now having these little thoughts, I'm getting feedback from her. She's like, yeah, man, I got stuff to tell you. she's saying, you got questions? I got answers. She was a kick. She was absolutely a kick. Okay, one thing I wanted to do today was we had a project we did together over the last couple of years she was alive. This application online that she found called Sketch a Day. And it's this community of artists and wannabe artists. And they give you a prompt word. They give you one word as a prompt for the topic of what you can draw on this particular day, any given day. And you draw it. You draw it from your own imagination, or you can, look for samples and copy it or something, but it has to be your own artwork. And she made me stick to that. We did it for, I think, the longest stint. We probably did it for at least 6 months straight. And then there were times when we drop off and then come back. She stuck to it longer than I did. She was always a gifted artist. I've never been a gifted artist, so I draw really bizarre looking things. But today I have decided I'm going to start the project up again. It's going to be hard because I can't share, I can't send her a picture of what I drew and get the feedback and stuff, but I can get this kind of feedback from her. And she's already saying, yes, do it. I wrote something in my Penzu journal either the night before, a couple nights ago. I think it was Friday night, and today's Sunday, yeah, because I mentioned that Sunday was going to be her birthday. Mentioning how I feel like she's watching over me in concern about my desire and what I feel as a need to find somebody new to hang out with in my life. I don't have anybody to hang out with anymore. And it's just really hard for me to find somebody. I won't, other than opening my heart and praying and saying, it's like, can we do this again, God? Can you direct somebody to me? The interesting thing, and I might have talked about this, I did. When I was over in Castro Valley, I talked about how, or maybe I didn't. One day on a hike in Castro Valley, I saw these 2 women that were just, strangers walking, like I was out there, who reminded me energetically and a little bit visually of 2 or 3 women in my past that I was friends with. And I was like, oh, can you bring one of those back? Can I have one of those again? Can you bring in a new one? and the thing that is empowering for me when I meet a woman to become friends with, in the beginning, at least, I'm all business, all serious. Let's just be friends. Let's just, talk and let's figure out things we can do together. And I'm not looking for romance or a fling or hanky panky. I just want somebody to hang out and, go sit in a cafe with, or go for a walk with, or, just fun stuff. But talk. And I've had this gift forever of being able to be a non-threatening male friend to women. And it's like that thing where there's a stereotype of women being able to be good friends with gay men. Well, I'm not gay. I've never been gay, but I can be a really good friend to a woman, like a gay friend, like a gay man could be. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to jump topic. I was watching a new video, not new, an old video of Cash Peters doing his transition picture descriptions. He was looking at the transition of Nikolai Tesla, who I've never really studied. I mean, I know the hoopla about him, but I've never really analyzed his life. Although maybe I did at one point. There was a story about when he lived up at Pikes Peak, and somebody wrote a story describing like supernatural experiences he might have had, or paranormal experiences he might have had. But Cash, when he did his reading, for one thing, I really think he was seeing matching pictures of himself in Nikolai Tesla, which, if you're trying to do an objective reading for other people, you shouldn't do that. You should do that separate. Because he does this so well with everybody else he does. But this one was like, yeah, he's trying to say, I think I'm like him. There's similarities about how I am like him. And that kind of messed me up, because I really wanted to get the straight answer about what Tesla's experience was like. And I started to write a comment to the video, and I was going off on him. I ended up deleting it. I didn't send it because I didn't want to get into a discussion. But I was like, and one really simple, stupid thing he said at the end was, since he was lonely his whole life, he never had a partner. He might have had people that worked for him or with him, but he never had like a romantic experience or anything. And he was like, maybe he was gay. And I was like, dude, that's so shallow. That's so insensitive to say something like that, because maybe he was asexual. Maybe he had risen above the need for that kind of experience or interaction in his life. Sorry, I'm just going to get a drink here. And I was really going at him in this comment. It didn't get very long. Once I got to the point where I said, I am not going to send this, I stopped. But and then the other thing he did in this reading was he said that, and I know this is a matching picture for himself. He's like, don't go through your life not doing the things you could have done. And the phrase he used was, don't leave things unsaid. Don't live your life with things unsaid. If you feel the urge to say something to somebody, do it, And I'm okay with that at that level. But he had deeper implications about, he thought Tesla lived a sad, unfulfilled life because he didn't have relationships. And, you know, some people do live a sad life without relationships, yet they're still very fulfilled and complete. And he was really making it seem like his life was incomplete because he didn't have this type of fulfillment. And I was like, don't do that. I don't know. Okay. Not sure why I took that so personally. I guess because I'm looking, my own self-examination of my own life now. I'm like, there's a lot of things I don't have, I don't do, that I'm missing, that I wish I had. But, and I was going to go into this as well. I don't have those things because I feel incapable of obtaining them. I feel, not hogtied, there's another word. I feel because of my mental illness, personality deficiencies, this is what the long haul fault is with me not being able to. It's like, why can't I go get a job? Why can't I go get a job that I could last at? And there's some, definitely deep internal fracture of capability to overcome a deficiency like that. And that's what I struggle with, trying to find somebody new to hang out with. I am not going to go on a dating site. I am not going to trust what anybody would say online. I've got to meet somebody in person. Oh, I think somebody's flying a drone. I've got to meet people in person. I don't know. Okay, I'm starting to make myself sad now. I'm going to stop. I didn't know I was going to do this. Anyway, happy birthday to Anya. I would not be alive and as healthy and as minimally accomplished as I am if it weren't for having met you. And I am deeply and eternally grateful. And for the gift of the lives of our son together and now our grandchildren, and that we got to spend time together with the grandchildren. Priceless memories, priceless memories. Deeply, deeply, eternally grateful for. Okay, bye.